Good afternoon, everybody. I know lots of people are now subscribed to my YouTube channel. All sounds very posh, doesn't it? But lots of people are coming in on this stuff. And today we're going to be talking about something that is very important to everybody. Whether you're new, whether you're relatively new, whether you have been in the business a very long time. A few years back, the company introduced something called QIP, which stood for Quick Income Plan, which we all now know as customer bonus. Basically, Utility Warehouse decided, through lots of feedback from the network, it wasn't a decision they made, and lots of people supported this, that for many folk, network marketing for years had been what we call a slow burn. And we have people here like Annette and Val and Steve that absolutely know this to be true. It's a standard MLM formula, MLM standing for multi-level marketing. It's a standard formula that is known in the industry, that what it's all about is reoccurring passive royalty income. This is the golden nuggets in the industry. But the company said many people were needing money fast, and they listened to many partners and took it on board. And over the last 4 years, it's evolved from QIP to this customer bonus, and it's wonderful. Somebody starting out brand new, it means they can earn an awful lot of money. If I can go back 20 years when I started, personally, I always saw the bigger picture. I always saw it. And that was this incredible little egg that grew, this golden egg that you kept gathering customers, and the pot grew. But it took time. It took time. And the maximum when I joined, never mind when I joined, when I got going, let's be honest, 2 years later, which was September 2004, was when it all kind of happened for me. At that time, you joined for £199.75. And the maximum that you could bank on a customer bonus, which was rare, I think was £20, but you had to sell a free phone number, and not many homes have free phone numbers. And so generally speaking, it was £5 or £10. And then when the direct debit kicked in, which in those days took a long time for energy, because in those days, a customer ticked a box that they fancied having a quote for energy. And we often made 2 visits. We had to go back a fortnight later, find out when they got this quote, and then ask them, did they want energy? And all in all, it could take 6 weeks to 2 months before energy kicked in. I look back and I think, God, they've got it easy now. Anyway, I realized it was good. And in those days, we had to get 12 personal customers before we started to actually earn money, before you became a qualified distributor. The company brought it down to 6, and then they brought it down to 3. So actually 3 customers, and that even includes themselves, and they're up and running and they're earning money. So I want to share what I think a lot of people don't do. They don't do this. So I'm going to share my screen, and I ask you to make notes on what I'm doing. And I'm doing this on purpose. I haven't got it ready. I'm on my desktop, and I know you can now see that. We've all got similar desktops, yeah? And the easiest way to get to this is to click on search and type in the word compensation. And press search. And what comes up quite a lot of times, you click on the yellow, doesn't matter which one you do, and the one that you want is full details in the opportunity booklet. This is the compensation plan. Now, what it's just done is downloaded. I'm going to click on it. And this is the compensation book. I'm going to increase the size for everybody's benefit. Move you guys out the way. So we are currently at, the 56th edition. May 2023 is the last time this was updated. I do suggest that most months you check it, as I do. Make sure it's up to date, because really this is the most powerful document that any partner can have in their possession. And I don't say that lightly. And I know many, many partners are unaware of this. I'm just going to stop the share because I want to see you a moment. If you were to join a standard PAYE job, one of the things that interview would be, you'd ask about terms and conditions. You'd ask about holiday pay. You'd ask about how many days holiday. You'd want to know lots and lots of information so that you could make a proper decision about whether that position was right for you. Do you know what I find fascinating? Are many people join this business and they haven't got a clue about the money that could be earned. And I can see Annette smiling and I can see Val smiling. Now, one of the things I do when I do the Fast Start plan is I make my brand new partners 100% aware of this. Really important. Although I say to them, for the first 6 customers, the company is automatically, they put you on the upfront income, the customer bonus. And in fact, you can't go to the other because you don't actually start earning until you get to 6. Now, I'm sharing this with you guys because I thought it was 3. Qualified distributor. It's not. It's in the compensation plan. Do we have, I'd say, an obligation to let every new partner know? Yes, we do. Is it our priority to get them as fast as possible to 6? Yes, it is. All right, really important. So going back to share my screen. By the way, I'm just going to share this. This was this came out with my promo. This is Art Jonak, who I think is absolutely the most formidable network marketer. He really floats my boat, this man. He says if you understood residual income, you'd walk through a brick wall to get it. You absolutely would. All right. And I don't think people understand how good it is. So let's go back to where we were. Can I just ask you all, are you currently seeing the opportunity booklet again? Yeah, no, you're not. It's a new share. Apologies, I'm glad I asked. You are now. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely. Right, really important. So there are various pages that are important even to the brand new partner immediately. So there is there is a contents, as you can see, talks about the stairway. At this point in time, the most important thing to a new partner is the position of getting to QD, QD star, and senior QD. And straight away, the company goes in about this and what each position, what is the structure, what are the requirements to hit these positions, okay? And it's quite simple. For a qualified distributor, and it does include themselves, it's 3 personal customers. Okay. Qualified distributor star is the one that's really important. We want to try and enable everyone to do it in 30 days. If they do it in 45, they will receive homeowners double gold services. They will receive 250 with 3 services and 300 with 4+ services. Now, if they get 6 of those and recruit their own partner, not we recruit a partner and place, if they do it in 45 days, they reach this position and they will receive a £200 bonus. Really nice. And that's some really good money. But if we can help them do it in 30 days from registration, they get an additional £300 bonus. So actually, 6 customers is worth £2,000. That's a lot of money in anyone's books. And then we've got the other positions along the way. Now, it tells you about further on, but I want to take you to page 23. Let's go to page 23. Hang on. Sorry, guys. I've made it so large, it's taking a while. Hang on. No, sorry. It's page, first of all, 16. This is important. The payment plan, the details. This is what they start out on. So here we are, homeowners. If they were to gather one homeowner service, core service, £50, and they are being upfronted 24 months of personal residual income. That's what's happening. So within 24 months, then once the customer's direct debits are continuing out, they then start earning the residual income. They've spent the first one-off payment. 2 services 100, but that's 30 months upfront income. 3 services plus 3 services 250, but 5 years, 60 months. 4 services plus 300, wonderfully still 60 months. It used to be longer. But I'm now going to share something on my screen, which is an interesting thing. We're going to talk about the homeowners first. Let me just find what I've done. And I've got to bring it in as a new share. Okay, guys, can I ask you, can you see some Lisa Scroll, personal RI? Anyone let me know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Right. I've laid this out because I think it's important. So personal residual income is the golden nugget, but Utility Warehouse is saying to new partners, look, we'll help you get going, earning some fantastic money. Here it is. So the golden thing is 3 services, 3 core services. Now, they earn £250 and they're receiving 60 months upfront residual income. If you divide 250 by 60 months, you can see that that equates to £4,16666 recurring a month. That's the equivalent over those 60 months, what they're receiving. If they take 4 services, their customers take 4 services, they're actually getting then the equivalent on the 300 of £5 a month. I'm just going to stop the share a minute and say to you, it's good money. It's really good money. But I'm now going to share something that I think is breathtaking. Okay, really breathtaking. Let me go back. I know you can see it now. So now I'm going to share some stats. The average homeowner, their monthly spend with energy, broadband, mobile, the average house is about £200 to £300 a month. That's the average house. The reason being is the government have increased what everybody is paying out for energy. This isn't the energy companies. The energy companies are doing what the government are saying. And the government are talking about the average house, the price cap, and they've done everybody a favour that on the 1st of July, just gone, it's come down. Let's be honest here. They haven't done anyone any favours at all. Its energy is still double what it was 2 years ago. Now, for the sake of us as partners, we are doing a wonderful thing that we're offering customers the cheapest energy. What a wonderful thing to be able to say, fact, when they take 3 services plus, they have got the cheapest energy, whether that's with the variable rate or the fixed rate. And the rate is exactly the same. It's just that with the fixed, they won't incur the price hikes that are almost assured to be due on the 1st of October and the 1st of April. Cornwall Insights tell us this, and they're pretty accurate. So actually, they're going to end up saving hundreds of pounds. I haven't yet fixed mine. I'm sort of hanging in there because I want it to be what the company says, all for the customers. I don't want all us partners just to take up the allocation, okay? But there's something I want to share with you, and it's this. Energy has gone up. So the average energy in that spend is about £250. Now, if you go to the compensation plan, and I'll show you the page in a minute, you'll see that energy is paid to us on residual income at 2.5%. And telephony, which is broadband like Ultra, Ultra Plus, landline, mobiles, 4%. So what I've done is I've done percentages. Okay, so if you say 2.5% at 250 on energy, you can work it out as £6.25. If you say the remainder on 4% on the spend, it's £2.50. That means the average house residual income you can earn is £8.75 a month. Now, let's make this a little bit more. If you times £8.75 by 60 months, that pays you over 60 months £525 as opposed to £250 or £300. Could you unmute? I want to ask you, I know Annette's nodding, but if you hadn't worked that out, has that come as a surprise? Liz, is that a surprise to you?
A little bit, yeah.
It's quite shocking, isn't it? In a nice way, but it makes you realise if people don't have to have all that upfront income continuously, once they've done their 6, to be honest, as quickly as they can, if they can move over, which they can request writing to partner services, they can move over to the traditional earning the residual income, and actually they're going to be doubly better off. Now, I want to share another fact, and this is really important.
I've been saying this for about a year.
I know, Annette, and this comes from my accountant, okay? It's great, the customer bonus, but you are being upfronted effectively, especially with 3 services, 5 years passive income. What are you then doing? After that first year, when your tax bill comes in, you are paying up front 5 years tax. That's a bit of a shocker. Yes, it is for some. And I'm telling you, I've got people in my teams that are senior team leaders and group leaders, and this comes as a little bit of a shock. So I feel if you don't need that upfront money, the sooner you move over, the better. Now, why can I commend that? I'll tell you why. Does anyone really believe, rhetorically, that our government is going to allow it, that all the gas and electric prices are going to go down? I don't think so. So, you know, they might want to blame the energy companies, but it's not the energy companies that are increasing our incomes. It's the government doing it. I suppose you could say every cloud has a silver lining, but we are also customers, aren't we? So we are seeing both sides of it. But I don't see those prices going down. So I feel, having seen my income rocket, like, whoa, I wouldn't want to be on customer bonus. Now I'm going to give you another side to this. When you hit 200 plus customers, you get a personal uplift on all your personal customers, a percentage, and it starts to be quite handsome. It's worth going for. And if you go up again, like myself, and I'm going to share this, and Steve won't mind me saying this, and I'm sure Andrew won't mind me saying, okay. Many years ago, I asked Steve Critchley, so what should I do, Steve? I need to earn good money. I jacked in the job at NewsQuest. I'd left a 45,000 a year job, company car, laptop, mobile phone. And when I got going with this, it was £35 a month, my residual income. I can show you the statement. It was all there. And the quickest way to up the income was go nuts on personal customers, because we couldn't earn this upfront huge money. And that's what I did. I followed his recommendation, which I've been told by other people, oh, you did it wrong, Lisa, you did it wrong. You should row with both oars. Well, yes, I did, but I had to try and make some money up real fast because we'd lost such a lot. Yeah. And I went into super action. And I don't say that lightly. Anyone in those days that knew me saw that I worked hard. But I achieved something really important. From 35 after 12 months, I got our passive income up to 995 a month. And that was going some. That was really going some. But here's the thing, and why I tell you this. If you don't make the change over, it's going to be 5 years down the line before you see your passive income growing. So every time you are virtually just like being on PAYE. You've got to keep going out and getting customers. Otherwise, you get no income. We know that. If you don't do a minimum of one, you don't earn anything unless you're sitting on the golden 50 personal. So actually, this is so important. It's not true. And I do rather feel, don't get me wrong, Wes on his big night in, I think it was, don't quote me here, but it was about 4 months ago, did a big thing on residual income. And I was glad because I kept thinking, oh God, this is all about upfront customer gathering. And actually it's not. Now, don't get me wrong, from a standing start, if a new partner brings in some partners and they get going, they do instantly earn group residual income as long as they're gathering customers. Yeah. But what we want, and I keep saying this to various leaders in my teams, switch, make the switch, make the switch. Oh, but I need the money. Actually, do you know what? if you'd made the switch a year ago, you'd be thanking me because your passive income, and look, I can see, Melanie, your passive income's going up. And when you hit the 200, it's like a 10% uplift. This makes a difference. Ladies and gentlemen, on 500, I tell you what, Steve never told me a bad thing yet, and he never will. My personal is yielding me £4 a month. £4 a month, that's a lot of money. Yeah. And what's happened the last year or so with the old energy going up? I keep seeing it rising. Now on the group income, it's pence per service. Let me share this. Okay, so I haven't spoken about tenants. I'm so sorry. I know that they're real people. They still live, and yes, they come about, and often I get them as referrals. But to be honest, we're earning half. So I want to now go to page 23, which is what I was talking about. To be honest, half an hour just doesn't do this justice. Let me go to page 23. Okay. Hang on. Here we are. This is what it's all about. Look, broadband, standard ultra plus 4%, full fibre 3%, calls 6%, line rental 2%. It gives you the percentages. Take a look, ladies and gentlemen. Homeowners on energy 2.5%, established tenants 2%, but tenants are 1%. You know, that's for 2 years, don't you? That 1%. You know, you do all the same amount of work. Often you do more, and you just don't. Often it's actually more trouble than it's worth. Look at that, 4% on the home insurance boiler, and that fantastic. It's really good. Now, here we are, business club. That doesn't apply because right. This is the bit I want to show you. This is page 24. Group residual income. The reason I've been homing in on the personal is this is wonderful. And yes, I do earn nearly 4 times more off my team than I do on the personal, right? But look, even though the energy has gone up, when it comes to group income, it's not a percentage, it's a pence per service. And you need to know this stuff. So what we've got here, QDs, any group customers, they're earning 8 pence per service per customer. So if there were 4 services, that's 32 pence. That's why we say an average of 30p. Team leaders, 9p, and this is for 8 levels down. Senior team leaders, 10p, group leaders, 10.5, all for 8 levels down. Then you can read the other afterwards, because to be honest, for many, it doesn't get this deep. I've got deep levels. I've got levels down to 26. Okay, but you see, as you go up, it increases. Now it's great. So if we take, for example, a 5 service customer, now where it's good on this, energy, when it comes to pence per service, is not energy, is, for example, 8p. Gas is 8p, electric's 8p. It's different. So it is good in that respect. But on the personal, it's a percentage. And I feel that that is so important, to be getting that income, and also not to be paying the inland revenue way in advance. Yeah, I'm not sure how much I've kind of really made that effective, but I wanted it to, because I think people don't look at this. So my takeaway for you today, if you haven't done so, do you know what? Have a good read of that compensation plan, because I absolutely promise you, I've not even touched all the bonuses. There are so many bonuses, it's not true. And I actually think if people bother to read it, they would be quite as animated and excited as I am, because I actually find it fascinating. And what I have seen over the years is not a company that's eaten away at our income. I've actually seen they've made and evolved changes, but actually it's benefited us. And shall I tell you why I'm really excited? Because we just had the most formidable results announced to the city. And if anybody watched Nick Schoenfeld, our Chief Operating Finance Officer, absolutely amazing. I mean, how he turned such a boring subject into something so exciting was beyond me, but he did. And he got me excited. And do you know what he kept talking about the whole time? Well, it's all about the partners, you see. He said, because we understand that this is, he didn't say it, but it is complex. Do you know what? It can't be done by a bot chat. It needs a human being to sit down with someone, build a relationship and explain all this. And so they reward us. Now, why am I excited? Because as more customers come on, and what we've now got is this exponential growth. It is going faster because more are coming in. As we get more customers, UW will be more competitive. The bigger the customer base, the better they can offer and more competitive they can be. And that means customers will benefit and so will we. It's just like, do I sound a bit excited? Because I am. And I was there in that 2008 when, you know, what they called the old credit crunch. I was there and I was one of them that ploughed on through. I've done it twice. I was there in 2005 when broadband was introduced to the country, and where in December of 2005, I gathered 15 customers, and as fast as I was gathering them, their broadband was going wrong. Just the technology, brand new, and I spent my whole December on the phone going nuts, but we got through it. Many partners, ladies and gentlemen, they gave up. Charles said it on stage, they gave up, but I didn't, because I'm one of those people, go on, throw a challenge at me. Oh, I want to beat it. And I did it again in 2008. And it's like, no, I'm not quitting. Because as I said last week, do you know what? Winners never quit and quitters never win, ever. We are in a 100% growth period. It is going to be phenomenal. I think we're so lucky that we're here in what I know, and I say it with certainty, to be the right company at the right time. And I know that's a very cliche statement that we hear so often, but in this case, it's real. And what I wanted to do was bring to reality that actually, I think the longer you stay on the customer bonus, you're shortchanging yourself. Get right to partner services, switch over and do it. Now, I've just brought in, just to finalise, I've brought in a couple, very exciting. I met them at a 20k giveaway only a fortnight ago. This couple see it all. I cannot believe how busy they are. The lady is doing 3 jobs. He's doing 3 jobs, and they're finding time. In fact, she's made a promise to herself, not to me. It was just like when I'm with them, oh, I've got to get 2 appointments in the diary every day. And I'm thinking, yes, this reminds me of me in my frantic days. How exciting. And she's reading everything and trying everything. 7 appointments in the diary, still to go. We haven't done them yet. They're out to do that 6, that QD star. They're out to do it in 3 weeks from starting point. How exciting is that? Because believe me, if I can help them, the sooner I get them off the customer gathering, as lovely as it is, and they're really excited at all the money coming in, the better. So ladies and gentlemen, it's gone again, the time. See you next week, same time, same place. And I hope that was really, really helpful. Take care. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Lisa. Bye. Thanks. Bye.